everyone, Dr. Susanna Cicchetti, physical therapist here, and I'm going to talk about ankle mobility. This is the last topic of the breakout sessions related to that 8-minute mobility session. What I think happens, and myself included, is we forget about our feet and ankle unless we have had an injury. And what we don't realize that if we don't have mobility, we won't have good balance. And obviously surfing has a lot of balance challenges. What is also overlooked is how much flexibility that we need to get into certain positions. So think of drop knees, that standing leg, that foot needs to pronate and bend so that we can move the moving leg behind us to get to our tippy toes. For more shortboard maneuvers, aerials, cutbacks, top turns, you need to get into a deep squat, and if your ankles don't bend, you're not going to do that very well. So if you found challenges with folding chair and frog squat, some of these ankle mobility exercises might help. Make sure to look at your hip mobility as well as your upper back or thoracic spine mobility as well. So I'm going to go over 4 exercises. You'll need a yoga strap or a resistance band and a rolled towel or a half foam roller. Okay, I will see you on the mat. Okay, for this first exercise, we're going to work on Dorsey Flexion, and that's bringing our toes to our nose or flexing it up this way. I'm going to show you on my left side. So if it's your right side, do the opposite. This is where you're going to grab your yoga strap or your resistance band. I have a resistance loop. If you have a band, take that and you can tie it. What you're going to do, the leg you're not working on or the ankle you're not working on, you're going to put your leg into that loop just behind your knee, and then you're going to put the foot that you are working on into that loop as well. Okay, this goes right on top of the ankle joint. From here, you're just going to lunge forward or kneel forward to get that stretch across the front of the joint. If it doesn't feel intense, you can move that back leg further, come out of it, then move it, and then kneel forward. And you should feel, again, that stretch across the front of the joint. You can hold for a few seconds and come out of it and go back into it. You can also hold this for a longer duration, really getting that stretch. Okay, one more time. Leaning forward, getting that stretch in front. Keep your back flat, protect your back by engaging your core, and come out of it. Great. Okay, for the second exercise, we're going to do a pretty intense toe stretch. This is where you can grab your half foam roller. You can even grab a full foam roller or your towel roll. What you're going to do is you're going to tuck your toes underneath your heels and then just sit back on your heels. This can be pretty intense. We're trying to get completely vertical in our arches. So if you have a half foam roller, that's where you can place your knees on that, or a full foam roller, pillow, couch cushion, whatever you have. This you want to hold for about a minute plus. It can get intense if it's not intense already. So you can always unweight by putting your hands in front of whatever you're resting on. If you're not resting on anything, you can unweight by just putting your hands in front of your knees and then try to go back into that posture. The further your hands are away, the less intense it's going to be here. You need to gauge yourself and do what's comfortable. For our third exercise, we're going to work on plantar flexion or pointing your foot down. I'm going to demonstrate with my left leg. For this, you're basically going to switch the posture I'm in, where you're going to put that left foot down, try to get the top of it to meet the mat, get into that half kneel position and just sit back. If that feels like a good stretch, this is a great place to start. If you want to increase that, this is where you can get your towel roll or that half foam roller. You're going to take it, put it just in that mid-foot. Okay, so I'm not at where my ankle creases, I'm in the foot area. And then you're gonna sit back and allow that stretch to be a little bit greater, maybe more intense. Do what you can tolerate. You can sit into it, come out of it, sit back into it, come out of it, or you can sit and hold for a longer period of time. So the last exercise is going to work on supination and pronation of the foot. That's making an arch, flattening your arch, and then reverse. For this exercise, you can do it seated, you can do it standing. I like to call these coffee exercises because you can do it while you're enjoying your morning cup. I'll show you in a seated position. You're going to have your feet flat. And basically what you're going to do, you're going to roll to the outside, so the outside of my right foot, and roll in on the left side. And then you'll reverse. Roll in on the right side, out on the left side. You're going to try to keep your feet or your toes flat on the floor. So in, out. One way, the other way. Showing that standing, it'll look a little bit more. So from here, go in here, and then the opposite. So creating an arch, flattening this one as much as I can, and then over to the other side. Here we just hold for a few seconds and then go the opposite direction, doing higher reps to really get your foot and ankle to move. Great. And that's all, my friends. Be happy, stay healthy.